Hey, it's Cairo. We're doing Tales of Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings early access today. It's one day only. We did a live stream earlier where we did a little bit of draft and a sealed. This is the second sealed. This is a 7 winner, baby. This was 7 wins. We are playing against a lot of different content creators on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever. So this is all in good fun. This is not super competitive Magic, and our opponents all played very well. So if you see a name or a content creator there, go ahead and give them a follow, give them a like. And here is the deck. This deck is done really well. This is Boros, a pretty aggressive deck, and we're splashing for Aragorn Company Leader. This set is brand new. It's not even out yet. It will be modern legal, so I am going to go through all the deck, all the cards with you here. And if you don't want to see that, feel free to skip through and watch the games to see how these cards interact. And here we go. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. So we'll start at the very bottom. We have Esquire of the King. This is 1 mana for a 1/1 human soldier, which actually kind of is important that it's a human, and it has a mana sink ability of 5 and tap it. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. This ability costs 2 less to activate if you control a legendary creature. Now, this set is kind of strange in that the ring tempting you is a mechanic, and the very first time the ring tempts you, it makes one of your creatures, your ring bearer, legendary. So it's much easier to activate legendary clauses in these cards than it is in other sets because you can create legendary creatures whenever you get tempted. You cannot pass. Instant, destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Again, counts for legendary creatures as they're printed, but also legendary creatures that your ring bearer or the ring tempting you makes when you get a ring bearer. Ranger's Firebrand, impressed with this card is early removal. It looks like a shock, but it's not. It's sorcery speed that's important to remember. This is uncommon. It's 1 red, 2 damage to any target, and the ring tempts you. And if you don't know what the ring tempts you is, we have it right here. First, your ring bearer becomes legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. So sometimes it's useful to make your ring bearer like a 1/1 or a 2/1 just so you can keep attacking and they can't block it. That's very useful. Like I said, it becomes legendary. Second time it tempts you, you get to choose a new ring bearer, or you can keep it the same every time you get tempted. When your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, discard a card. Good for... There are a lot of cards in this set that are when you draw your second card a turn, something happens, right? Looting out a card, getting rid of, especially in limited, getting rid of lands late. That's a great effect. Third, when your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. So good to have, a ring bearer that you want to die. Some of these things have death triggers or whatever. Attack, if they block, they have to sacrifice their thing. And 4, when your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. So if they don't block it, they just lose 3 life when they get taken damage from a ring bearer creature. That also goes for like trample. So if you have a 6/6 trample and they blocks, 5 of it and it deals 1 damage, they're going to lose 3 life at the end. Past 4 temptings doesn't do anything, and people can't untempt you. So once you have this, you have it. 2-drop is Eastmark Cavalier. Card's okay. It's kind of like general filler. It's a 2-drop 2/2 Vigilance. Whenever it deals damage to a goblin or orc, destroy that creature. But doesn't have first strike or anything, so it will usually die as well. Samwise the Stout-Hearted. It's a legendary halfling peasant. We all know Sam, the hero of Lord of the Rings. 2 mana, 2/1 flash. When it enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target permanent in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, return it to your hand, then the ring tempts you. So I have flashed this in on turn 2. I don't really want to get the maximum value out of it. You flash this in whenever you make like a good block or something and lose your powerful creature in the mid to late game, bring it back to your hand like your 5 or 6 drop. But it can be flashed in on turn 2 or 3 or something. If they have, say, a 4/2 hyper aggressive creature and you want to block there, you can. Lost to Legend, double white, a little bit hard to cast if you're in a 3-color deck. So, I try to keep that in mind when I'm building it, but it's uncommon, double white. Put target non-land historic permanent into its owner's library 4th from the top. And if you need a reminder, the tooltip there is historic permanents are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. There are sagas in this set. There are artifacts. There's not a ton. And legendary creatures are all over the place. So this has lots of targets. Breaking of the Fellowship. Two mana sorcery. Target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another target creature that player controls, and the ring tempts you. So this is not the greatest removal in the set, but it is feasible and it's runnable. You just have to wait for them to have at least 2 creatures, so you can pick one and have it deal damage to another one. If they have a creature with Death Touch, perfect use for this to get rid of a big thing. Gimli's Fury. I could run this, I could not. It didn't. Let me put it this way. Gimli's Fury is a fine combat trick, but we have a card that gives double strike, and in that shell, it absolutely goes crazy. That's kind of why it's in here, because we have a double striking creature. We can take people off guard, but on the face of it, it's fine. If it's legendary, it also gets trample. Rally at the Hornburg. I was kind of impressed at this card. This is 2 mana sorcery, 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens, and humans you control gain haste till end of turn. So this is a really good 2-drop because there's a lot of targeted removal in this set. There's not a ton of sweepers. I'm not sure if there is any sweepers. There might be one. I think it's black. It costs like 7. And Mount Doom can sweep things, but you make them use one of their targeted removals on one of your 1/1 human soldiers. It feels good. And also, if you play this later, say you have 6 mana, you drop a 4-drop human, and then you drop this, that gives that thing haste, so it's a little bit of upset. Smite the Deathless, probably one of the better removal spells in the set. 2 mana instant, 3 damage to target creature. That creature loses indestructible till end of turn. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead, so it can't go to the graveyard and come back. Boromir, Warden of the Tower. This deck, by the way, is pretty representative of like the Fellowship of the Ring. We have a lot of members in here. 3 mana, 3/3 Vigilance, rare human soldier. When an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Doesn't really come into effect here. There's a couple of blue things that copy spells, or I think there's a red spell that does that, but it's like you don't come into that very often. But if you sacrifice Boromir, flavor win, creatures you control gain indestructible till on the turn, and the ring tempts you. So you can use this in combat, response to a removal spell, something like that. There's one game where I actually played Boromir and sacrificed him right away just to get to the 4th tempting and make everything indestructible before I swung. Situational, but still available. Aaron, Rider of Gondor. Great common. 3 mana, 3/2 human soldier. Again, it's a human. When it enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. And then if you don't control a legendary creature, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. You're going to control a legendary creature a good deal of the time. So this is basically a 3 mana, 3/2 draw a card. At worst, it's draw a card, then put whatever crap you don't need at the bottom. Fog on the Barrow Downs, 3 mana enchantment or enchant creature. Enchanted creature is a spirit and can't attack or block. I think the reason that this creature becomes a spirit is there are a lot of amass effects. If you remember amass from Kaladesh, you make an army. And so it's like you amass 2, you make a 2/2 army. And then if you amass 2 again, that army gets counters. Or if you don't have an army, you make a new army. And this makes that army not an army for whatever that counts for. So try to keep that in mind if you're playing like, oh, I'm going to put this on something and it's not an army anymore. So if you don't want them to create a new army, then don't use this on an army. Theoden, King of Rohan, 3 mana, 2/3 human noble uncommon. When King Theoden, King of Rohan, or another human enters the battlefield, target creature gains double strike till end of turn. This is cool, pretty nasty. I like that he triggers himself. So the 3-drop, 2/3, he does not have haste, but he can make some of your 2-drops or 3-drops kind of gross with a double strike. Aragorn, Company Leader. This card is nasty. That's why it's in here with only 1 green, and we have Great Hall of the Citadel to play him. 3 mana, 3/3, good rate. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Aragorn as your ring bearer, put your choice of a counter from among First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, or Lifelink on Aragorn. Whenever you put one or more counters on Aragorn, put one of those kinds on up to one other target creature. So you have Aragorn out, you get tempted, you choose somebody else as the ring bearer, then you put one of those counters on that, then Aragorn gets one of those counters. It just stacks up, and it's really, really good. Éowyn, Fearless Knight, another card that's fantastic. 4 mana, 3/4 haste, legendary creature, human knight. Not the craziest stats, but listen to what it does. When Éowyn comes in, exile target creature an opponent controls with greater power. Legendary creatures you control gain protection from each of that creature's colors until end of turn. Meaning if they have protection, they can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything of that color. It comes into play huge if you have 3 or 4 creatures on the board. You exile their biggest thing. They play like a 5-drop, 6-drop, whatever. Tap out for it, you exile it, you get to swing in, and if other creatures share that creature color, then they don't get to block anything. And then if you have Theoden, one of your things has double strike. So you can see how kind of like aggressive this can be. One thing to note about Eowyn too, if you're playing against it, that creature that she exiles is just gone. This is not Skyclave Apparition. This is not Brutal Cathar. This is not whatever until she leaves the battlefield. It just goes away, baby. It's just gone. So it's nice. Banished from Edoras. See Grima Wormtongue leaving. I think it's Grima. 5 mana. Yeah. 5 mana. Sorcery. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Exile target creature. Wish it was an instant. Be really good if it was an instant. It's fine. Gets rid of the big things. Stalwarts of Osgiliath, another good common if you have the synergies. 5 mana, 4/3. When it comes in, the ring tempts you. When you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Stalwarts of Osgiliath. So you're thinking, well, we don't have a lot of card draw in here. But remember, if you get tempted twice when your ring bearer attacks, you get to draw a card and discard a card. So you can play this. Get your ring bearer to level 2, attack with that. Hopefully it's not blocked. You draw a card, discard a card. All of a sudden this is a 5/4. Eomer of the Rittermark. 5 mana, uncommon, 5/4 with haste, human knight. When it attacks, if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So this is good by itself. Create you a chump blocker. Create you whatever. You can go wide with this if you attack enough. If you have the largest thing on the battlefield. But it's also a white human soldier token, which, going back to Theoden here, when another human comes in, you can start getting double strike on things. Up here at the very, very top, we have 6 mana for Eagles of the North. This is common 3/3 flyer. Underpowered, but is a flyer. We don't have many in here. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain first strike till end of turn. This is good when you have 3 or 4 things already out. If you make it your ring bearer and you have 4 temptings, when this thing hits for 3, it's automatically another 3. So that is what it is for what it's worth. Also has plane cycling. For each color in this set, you'll have basic land cycling, and I believe they all cost 1, which is actually very cheap. So this is good if you're in a mana drought or something. You can discard this, grab something, grab planes. And Oliphant. 6 mana, 6/4 trample. When it attacks, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample till end turn. Very good to make Eomer have trample. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Theoden, like if he makes a double strike thing, this can get double striked, give something else trample. So aggressive. 7 plains, 7 mountains, 1 forest, which we drew like a lot. Out of 1 forest out of 40 cards, we drew it a lot. And then Great Hall, the Citadel. Add a colorless or tap 1, tap it, add 2 mana in any combination, spend this mana only to cast legendary spells, of which we have many. So that's the deck breakdown. Had a ton of fun doing this early access. I want to thank the team at MTG Arena and Wizards of the Coast for putting this together. And again, this is all in good fun. You're not going to see me talking badly about any of these content creators. I love being in the community. Thank you for the opportunity, and good games, everybody. If you're watching this, good games. Thanks for subscribing. See you next time. Okay, opponent goes first. We have a Plains and a Mountain. Esquire of the King on turn 1, which is like a mana sink that pumps our stuff. That's fine. Errant Rider of Gondor. Breaking the Fellowship is our removal spell, making something deal damage to another thing that the permanent opponent controls. And we have Aragorn. So we draw 1 forest or 2 of our lands that can tap for any mana to draw legendary. We can do that. We'll start with Esquire of the King. 1/1, 5 mana, pump everything by +1/+1. Costs 2 less to activate if you control a legendary creature. Lotho, Corrupt Sheriff. When a player casts their second spell each turn, lose 1 life and create a treasure token. Very good. Our Esquire the King is now legendary. Because we have tempted once. Now we do control a legendary creature, so the Errant Rider of Gondor just draws us a card, which is really cool. We've got Theoden, which rewards other humans coming in. Target creature gains double strike till end of turn, whenever he comes in himself or another human. Palantir of Orthanc. Beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on the Palantir, and scry 2. Target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counter on Palantir of Orthanc, that player loses life equal to total. We'll lose the life. Here's the Great Hall. Nice. We can do Aragorn. So, let's think about this. Aragorn, when the ring tempts you, choose a creature other than Aragorn. Put your choice of combat counters on it. When you put one or more counters on Aragorn, put one of those on the other thing. Cool. Let's go Theoden. We'll try to get Aragorn out and then Stalwarts of Osgiliath and get tempted. Yeah, they're like, no. Theoden's kind of nasty. We'll lose the life again. Aragorn. A nice Celestia. And then Stalwarts will come down. We'll get tempted. And we will choose a creature other than Aragorn. First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, or Lifelink. Alright. Our humans did some work for us. Dawn of a new age. Go to 1. Let's try it. Lifelink counter. Okay. Palantir of Orthanc's pretty nasty. We're going to have them draw here. So we can't die. Good game. Well played. Opponent played really well. That Palantir actually went off pretty nasty. Alright. Alright, we're going first. Ranger's Firebrand, Gimli's Fury, and Theoden. Well, we can remove some things. Remove some small things and buff a creature when we get it. Another Firebrand, alright. Keep those for our opponent's little 2-drop creature, hopefully. Lost to Legend. Okay, man, I don't feel good about playing Theoden right now and getting it removed. Let's just wait. Boromir, Warden of the Tower. When opponent casts a spell with no mana, can't spent to cast that, counter it. Sacrifice a creature you control indestructible till end of turn, and the ring tempts you. The sacrifice in response. I was going to use the other Ranger's Firebrand, but I don't think they wanted the ring tempting me. So I expect Theoden will probably be removed here. The Westfold Rider. Unfortunately, that's all we have for now. We can play another human, give somebody Double Strike and Gimli's Fury. That'll be pretty crazy. Alright, we can Lost to Legend that. Put it Owner's Library 4th from the top. We'll wait. There's Aragorn. Alright. Double Strike on Theoden. Attack. Could have Gimli's Fury there, but I think we saved that for like the kill shot. We have Fog on the Barrow Downs, which can make something not able to attack or block too. Theoden and Aragorn drawing swords together. Very nice. I have a feeling that one of them is about to die though. They have a 2/2 blocker if they want it. Cast into the fire, killing Theoden. We're going to put our own Theoden forth from the top. We'll draw it again. One target creature can't block for as long as you control it. The ring tempts you. Oh, they're going to create Smog, a legendary 6/6 dragon with flying haste, and when this creature dies, create 14 treasure tokens. That's crazy. I'm going to try to get our Oliphant out there and end this before this crazy saga pops off. Dang. We can do 6. Oh boy. Shadowfax, Lord of Horses. Okay, are we going to be able to... Ooh. They attacked us with both. Can we get a haste creature? 3 damage to target creature. The creature's lures is indestructible. The creature would die exile instead. Okay. We're going to try to block Shadowfax and kill it. Unfortunate. Flying. Alright, good game. That was well played. Good game. Come on in. Come on in. That's fine. Can't believe they played Smog and Shadowfax. Since when do Smog and Shadowfax team up? Good game. Alright, we're going first. We have a Mountain and Plains Samwise, Aaron, Rider of Gondor, which we might play Samwise just to get the draw off of this. Eomer, and Banished from Edoras. Okay. So this is 5-minute. Exile target creature, sorcery speed, 2 less to cast if it's a tapped creature. So 3 mana. Eomer of the Riddermark is a 5/4 haste. When it attacks, if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, create a 1/1 soldier. Human soldier. We have Gimli's Fury here, little combat trick, +3/+2 till end of turn. If it's legendary, also gains trample till end of turn. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Okay, that's good. No blocks from us. Nimble Hobbit, 1/3. When it attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 3. When you do, tap target creature and opponent controls. We have our Oliphant here. Next turn, we're definitely playing Éomer, so wanted to get that damage in and kill their creature. See if we could maintain, you know, the offense here. Oliphant will be nice on turn 6. As long as I don't control a... Okay, Esquire the King. That can block our Samwise, so we kind of don't want to attack with Samwise. They may have a counterspell as well. We're going Oliphant next turn, so we're going to go Éomer. See if they have anything. Mess with Éomer. This can they can block with Esquire. So make a human soldier. Now we need Theoden. Every time a soldier comes in, we can give something double strike. That'd be cool. Draw a card. Whenever you scry, if you control an island, you may exile it from your graveyard. If you do, draw a card. Nice. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. The ring tempted them, so they have Esquire of the King as the ring bearer. So if they block Éomer with Stalwarts, we make a token when they attack. We can attack basically with this and this. And then play our Oliphant. Still do have a banish from Edoras. Alright, good game. Opponent goes first. Ooh, we have our one forest. And not a plains. That's bad luck drawing the one forest. Like a 2.5% chance to draw that forest, and we got it. Alright. So we may have to mulligan this hand because we don't have anything going on. They mulligan too, though. They took a mulligan also. We might have to take another mulligan. We got an Eastmark Cavalier. But we need red, and this can't provide us red unless we have legendary. We'll keep it. Such peaceful music from Magic the Gathering in the old Hobbit hole. We drew the forest? What? We mulligan because we had the forest and no plains or something, and then drew the forest again. What's up with that? We need a mountain, not a forest. There's a mountain. When it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. Okay. I was thinking they were going to block that, but they didn't. We can't block with our tokens because it'll just kill our tokens, but they're good for offense if they try to get in on us. 1/1 flying a Mass Orcs 2. We'll have our Cavalier be our ring bearer. We'll attack. Ugluck of the White Hand. When another creature you control dies, put a counter on Ugluck. If that creature is a goblin or orc, put 2. It can't block our ring bearer, so I think we just take this. We'll attempt a second time. Ring bearer here. Attack. Draw card, discard. There's Eowyn. Very good. When Eowyn enters, exile target creature and opponent controls with greater power. Legendary creatures you control gain protection for each of that creature's colors. Very good. We'll get rid of the mountain. And it's a 3/4 with haste. Eowyn's, I think, super good as a Boros card. Morgul Knife Wound. If we don't sacrifice this at the beginning of our upkeep, we lose 2 life. Well, Eowyn needs a creature with greater power, so let's do this. And then maybe they'll put counters on Ugluck, and then we'll exile it with Eowyn, right? That's the plan. Improvised club. Sack that. Kill the Cavalier. Okay. Yeah. I'll pay the 2 life to keep the creature. Get rid of Ugluck. Be able to attack with everything. We want that 2 extra damage. And we can flash in Samwise. See what they drew. Yeah, got there. Good game. They played well. They did have a big 5/5 thing. It was just that we happen to have Eowyn. It was a good game. Alright, opponent goes first. Good Got a turn 2 Eastmark Cavalier, 2/2 Vigilance. Destroys goblins and orcs whenever it deals damage to one. Rally at the Hornburg, Gimli's Fury, and Eowyn. Yeah, I can keep this. That's fine. We can actually go turn 2 Rally at the Hornburg if we want to be super aggressive with our 1/1s. Kind of do. Try to get Eastmark Cavalier. Countered it. We got Fog on the Barrow Dens. Ooh, they're going to get rid of Eowyn for sure. They're going to be like, no. Definitely not. So, then we'll have Samwise and Gimli's Fury to work with here. So they know we have Gimli's Fury, so if they block, we're going to use Gimli's Fury. They got rid of our really good card, though. Bill Ferny, Bree Swindler. 2/1. When it becomes blocked, create a treasure. Target opponent gains control of target horse you control. If they do, remove Bill Ferny from combat and create 3 treasure tokens. Alright. That seems like a good target for our Fog on the Barrow Dens. Maybe. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Alright, can we hold up this aggressive stance here? I don't know. Bringing Bill back. Eagles of the North. Creatures you control get +1/+0, gain first strike till end of turn. Thank you. Thank you, Shuffler. Knew there's a reason we put that in the deck. Double block. Let's get rid of the army. We don't want the army growing in size. Bill Ferny is always going to be a 2/2/1. We do have a Fog. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. We're still at 20, so I'm saving the Fog on the Barrow Downs. If they play a flyer or something, we'll do it then. Alright, good game. Alright, opponent goes first. We drew that forest again. Are you kidding me? So we have Rally at the Hornburg on turn 2 and an Oliphant and not much else going on. Yeah. We'll keep it. It's not the greatest hand in the world. Glorfindel, Dauntless Rescuer. When you scry, choose one, and it gets +1/+1 till end turn. Must be blocked if able, and can't be blocked by more than one creature this turn. And another one. All right. They're like, okay, you got rid of that one. Now, how about this one? Okay. Elf. Do we mountain cycle to make sure that we get Stalwarts of Osgiliath? Lembas, they're going to scry and draw a card. It's going to become 4/3, and they're going to choose it can't be blocked or it can be. Probably must be blocked. Okay. And then if they scry again at instant speed, they blow out our Errand Rider, so we'll block with the token. So if they're able to scry, we have 4 power here. If they choose must be blocked, I kind of don't feel bad about that trade. It can't be blocked. It'll be fine for us to swing back at them. Okay. Firebrand is really nice. Get rid of Glorfindel. Play Eastmark Cavalier. Okay. When he attacks, draw a card, discard a card. Okay. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Okay, we'll get rid of the Cavalier then. We won't play anything this turn. We'll sacrifice that 2-drop to have more 5-drops and 6-drops lined up. One instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. Isolation it or think. Okay. I was wondering why they did that. I think they thought it gave indestructibility, but they did get a tempt out of it. They got something. Alright, there that goes. And that goes second from the top, so we know in 2 turns we'll be drawing that. Oliphant. Just big dumb elephant with trample. See if that can get us done. Elves. When you scry, +1/+1, that ability triggers only once per turn. So let's see if we can get tempting to get to the 4th, and then if we deal damage with the Oliphant, they lose 3 more life. Let's do that. Attach target creature you control, untap that creature +1/+2 and has reach. Alright, we're still going to attack. Discard the land. Alright, and then they'll lose 3 life from that. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. It's a 3/4. They can equip this, making it a 4/6. And Lothlorien Lookout. So 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do Eagles of the North. This will become a 7 something. 7/6. Because when we attack, we're going to draw a card and discard. Oh, no, it didn't. Because it's not a ring bearer. Alright. We're still okay, I think. I was thinking it was our ring bearer. It's not. It will be. After this. Scry 2, draw 2. Nice. That could really give him something. They can equip the bow, making this a 4/6. But if they do that, they won't be able to block our eagles. Because the ring bearer, because we're going to make it a ring bearer. It won't be able to be blocked. Alright, perfect. Yeah, because let's go here. Ah, should have attacked with the Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Misplay. They would have had to block. Scry 3, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, draw a card. Legolas, counter of kills. This will be a 6 now. Let's sacrifice it and get tempted and make that a ring bearer. All right, good game. Nice. Stalwarts of Osgiliath did work. I did make that misplay. I should have attacked with them, I think. But making them a ring bearer, once we got up to level 4, is pretty good. Opponent goes first. There's that forest again. I can't believe it. Rangers, Firebrand, Stalwarts of Osgiliath. We can keep it, but we don't have much going on turn 2 and 3. Yeah. So let's see what's going on here. Scarecrow. There's a Hall of the Citadel. Whenever one or more halflings you control attack a player, create a food token. Okay, that's what Rangers Firebrand's for. That's one tempting, so something when we get a creature out will be legendary, and too bad we don't have double mountain. I could have done a attack there if they block. Rangers Firebranded that. East Farthing Farmer. Food token when you do, target creature you control gets +1/+1 for each food. I'm going to take 5 damage. Yeah. So we're going to put out Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Make a 1/1 a ring bearer. We're going to attack because it can't be blocked. It'll be blocked by the Scarecrow. But that's fine. We want to draw and discard to put a counter on the Stalwarts. And Eowyn is very good. Get rid of the Citadel. We don't really need it. This is going to be kind of a pain, though, because all this food can sacrifice this to gain him life. So hopefully they don't have, like, some incredibly nasty big thing. Banished from Edoras. We'll take it. Theoden. Very cool. Exile a token with greater power. We don't have any. They play a big creature. It'd be cool, actually, if they tapped out for everything to play like a massive creature. So we can exile it with Eowyn. And then give something double strike. Firebrand is not really that useful for us right now. We have Stalwarts of Osgiliath again. Yes! Big thing. Double striking on you. Take that out. Protection from green, protection from green. Eagles. Scry 2, draw 2. We have to keep in mind that they have a lot of food tokens. So as long as they have spare mana up, they can gain life. So when we think we have lethal on them, then we probably don't, actually. Okay, let's go Stalwarts, get a human in. What do we want to have double strike? Eowyn? Need to have a land. Preferably a plane so we can play Lost to Legend. Boo. You cannot pass. Alright, well we've got some other stuff. We just need another land. Jeez. No blocks. Going to 5, because I know it'll be a 2-3. Squire of the King. Alright. They're at 6, we're at 5. Draw 3 cards. We can, if we get a plains, we could cycle this out, but we could give everything +1/+0 on first strike if we do. So Oliphant might be the way to go. Rohan. We're gonna take 4. Cycle the Oliphant. Got Smite the Deathless. 3 damage to a creature. Can't sacrifice their food. Let's see if they have anything. Plane cycling. Alright, I think we got there. Good game. That was very close. Very, very close. It was either Eagles of the North plane cycling or the Oliphant mountain cycling. Guess we made the right choice. Okay, we're going first. Great Hall of the Citadel can cast Sam and Boromir, but can't cast our Eastmark Cavalier. I think that's okay. Alright. Draw Plains will go Eastmark Cavalier first. Because I don't want to bring Sam in when we don't get any value off of it, but I will if I need to. Because the main thing we want to do here is curve out Samwise the Stout-Hearted or Eastmark Cavalier to Boromir into, you know, a 4-drop that our deck will definitely give us. Because the Shuffler likes us and stuff like that. But if we draw Aragorn, we've got the green. Alright, starting off with the mountain. So we're definitely flashing in Sam. Getting tempted. Now, they can block Sam because it's greater power. And it's Death Touch. So why don't we cast Boromir, chill for a minute, and then if they play another creature, if it has 1, let's say it has 1 power or something, we'll kill the Death Toucher. That way we can get in with both of these, maybe. With Breaking of the Fellowship. And still have mana for Gimli's Fury. The energy leaves the battlefield, create a food token. Okay, get rid of the Cavalier. It's an easy choice. Then next turn we'll go Aaron Rider of Gondor. Hopefully Boromir is alive. Well, yeah, we'll have a legendary creature either way. We'll get to draw a card. Hopefully we'll draw into, like, Osgiliath Sentinels or whatever that card is, or something that costs 5. Sting. Okay, so it gives +1/+1 in haste. Now, whenever at the beginning of each combat, this gets untapped, and then equipped creature has first strike as long as it's blocking goblin or orc. That doesn't matter to us. Eowyn is nice. We can't exile that because it doesn't have greater power than Eowyn, so let's do this. Oh, we can't. We can cast Eowyn, though. Totally don't need that mountain. We need them to tap out for a big thing, so we cast Eowyn. We need that plains bad, too. We need the plains. That's for sure. Kirathungol Patrol. Sacrifice another creature. They do have a treasure. Or no, they have food. Draw a card, then create a food token. Alright, that'll work. We can exile that with Eowyn. There's a plains. Oh, man. I want Gimli's Fury. Alright. I'd rather just get rid of that and trade Sam and have the Errant Rider and draw another card. Eowyn's cool because it just gets rid of the card. Like, it's not like Skyclave Sentinel or something like that where until it leaves the battlefield, it's just gone. Like, it's just exiled. Which is really cool about Eowyn. Troll of Khazad-dûm, 6/5. Yikes. Sacrifice some creature you control, get indestructible till in the turn the ring tempts you. And then if we get the tempt the third time, whenever the ring bearer becomes blocked, that creature is sacrificed at the end of combat. Eomer of the Rittermark, haste. So they block Eomer here, they block Boromir here, and then we get 5 damage in. Seems right to me. I think we got there. We have all legendary creatures. Like, look at the roster we have. Sam, Boromir, Eowyn, and Eomer. We got pretty lucky. I mean, they played well, we played well, but we did get lucky with some pretty good cards drawn from the top. However, we didn't get a planes until turn 7. So that's the thing, too. Good game. So that does it for the Sealed. I was super pleased to have 7 wins. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast. Thank you to MTG Arena and staff for getting all the early access set up. I know it took a ton of work, so I appreciate it. And a shout out to all the content creators. Thank you very much for everything. It was a pleasure to play against you. And if you saw a content creator that you enjoyed or you thought they were doing something interesting, give them a follow. Find them on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. And that being said, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. See you next time.